Hi, this is Dr. Darnice, and I am coming on with sort of an unusual video for me to make, but perhaps not when you think about it. I have just been thinking about the re-election of our President Barack Obama and the resistance that has gotten from a number of really conservative people here. And it's just been on my mind because it's just kind of boggles my mind that conservatives who understand themselves to be really pro-American, very patriotic, they don't see that in Barack Hussein Obama, he is the perfect embodiment of the American dream, the American project, the American experiment sometimes it's called, where people come from different parts of the world and make good. You become successful when you come to America. So there's one level of that, which is, okay, immigrant parents or parent comes to America, becomes successful, or at least is able to help your children to become successful. Yay, yay, yay. We celebrate that, we say. But when it comes to this particular man, Barack Obama, what we have is a man who has ancestry from another country, his father coming from Kenya, and coming here and meeting a Caucasian white woman, or coming with her here and creating Barack. Now Barack himself is a merging of old world and America, and he is given this name Barack Hussein Obama, which reminds us of who he is and where he comes from. But he is an American, and he is a Christian, except all of those things are in question with him. Now he's a biracial person, black, white, biracial mix. In America, that just means black. We have something here called the one-drop rule, and that applies to that sort of mixing, and it means that he's considered a black man. Okay, but already that's problematic, and for another video, I guess, but it's problematic because America is about mixing. It is about diversity. But in the case of this particular man, it is not celebrated as we say as an American culture. It should be or would be celebrated in another person. A person who comes from another, who has foreign ancestry, a person who has another religion, a person who comes here and makes good. And we can't quite see in Barack Obama, wow, this is the American dream. Look at this. And he is an American. He's like one of us. He really is one of us, because this is who we say we are. So I think, this is kind of along the lines of the videos I normally do, in a spiritual sense, I keep saying that the gods must be having a good laugh, because they've given us Barack Hussein Obama as president, if you believe in that sort of thing, as sort of a test or reflection, manifestation of who we as an American society have said we are. And if those things are true about who we have said we are, then wouldn't we rejoice in having a president who is a mixture of all of these things? Why do we not rejoice in this president who is a mixture of all of these things and recognize his Americanness as a product of the mixing? It's very interesting. So when I think about, I mean, almost daily now, this is just late November, so an election was just earlier this month. So almost daily we're hearing about some group or another who is still resisting his re-election and questioning his identity as a Christian, as an American, as one of us. And I just have to say, but wait, but don't these people understand what it means to be an American? How are they missing it? It is our national, mythology that you come from someplace else and you make good here. Your parents come from someplace else and you make good here. Your grandparents came from someplace else and you make good here. And except in the case of Barack Hussein Obama. So, and also the fact of his connection to Islam through ancestry further, I think, gives us an opportunity to work out this Christian-Muslim tension that has existed on the face of the earth. I guess I'd have to say back to the founding of Islam in the 7th century, 600s. Ever since then, there's been a tension between Christians and Muslims, and very bloody at times. So isn't it interesting that we in America get a president who has this ancestry, Muslim ancestry, who comes to America? He himself is raised as a Christian. He embodies those things, both of those things. Racially, the two components come together and he embodies these things. So I guess I would just like to say, you know what? Barack Obama is the epitome of an American. He is exactly who we say a person is when they make good. He is exactly that. So those conservatives who are, I don't know, uncomfortable with the mix that he represents, I think you just need to take a closer look and think again about what it is to be an American. Now, again, I like to take a look from, you know, maybe a larger spiritual sort of viewpoint and say, well, what might the gods be saying to us? Well, I think they're trying to push us forward. They're trying to push or pull us to be more fully who we say we are as Americans. This is something we've been espousing since the beginning of our republic. Come here and make good. Statue of Liberty. Come here, come here, come here. You have an opportunity here. And it's become a mantra. And if you're, you know, spiritually inclined, you understand that when you have a mantra, that thing begins to manifest in your life. So the fact that we have Barack Obama as our president, I think, is a perfect manifestation of the American mythology, the American story we like to tell about who we are. And so those of you who are having a difficult time with his identity on any level, I just invite you to think about that. Think about that. Think about what is an American. Think about your own ancestry, where you come from, where your ancestors come from. What exactly is your American story? And is it really any different than Barack Obama's story? Of course, the details are different. But in terms of really coming from another country and trying your best and succeeding, is it really different? All right, so that's my kind of little rant about it. It's been on my mind since the election. So I thought I would give a little video about it rather than writing a blog, which is what I thought I would do, but I don't have time, and then it just gets away from me. So there's my thoughts. I'd be interested in yours.